All right, hello, we're on business as usual. So we're on Wednesday, right? 15th of February. Nice and easy. Now, yesterday, we had news out, as you know. These were the Astro hours. This is gold now, okay? Gold, Euro, Dollar, Dow Jones on this video. And 1843 was the price. Think about it. 1843 was this line, this line here yesterday, and from there the market, as you can see, just picked up. Remember, we want to get into this zone, and we had these levels yesterday. It's all nice and easy, and those are your levels there. So the market goes up into that 1871. If you watch yesterday's video, you know you'd be on top of it. That was the price. Astrologically, it was not the hour, but this was also a price is there, and that was an astrological hour right there. So if you moved in there, if you went long, right, 1843 or slightly above here, right, let's say 1844, let's say even right here at astrological hours, you still would have covered that trade nice and easy. That's the beauty about technical analysis and financial astrology the way we're doing it. So let's put this back into this zone. Let's take a look at today. Now here's the weekly. Remember, we want to get into this zone, so we still got room to come down into that 1770, which is around here. Okay, it's this zone here, just slightly under the 50%. So we're coming down there, but because this is the weekly, we're going to wave into there. Okay, so yesterday I said you got two places to sell. Let's do this. All right, two places. One is here and the other one up there. If it gets there at Astro hours. Okay, so it went up, wasn't Astro hours, never mind. It was technical, and I did have someone selling at technical hours, which is good to see. All right, and that just shows how well that PST indicator is working. Seriously, no other indicator gives us such good pricing. So what do we want to do again? As you can see, this zone is looking also like an accumulation zone. All right, so it's going sideways, doing a dip. Okay, did the high again there, sold off, went slightly lower, took the stops out. Okay, going up. So the two things here, we're either going to push down further, or we're going to pick up a little bit, go up for a few days. Now remember, Wednesday was a swing day, and that is a low, okay, because the market had already come down. Okay, so, and as you can see, we have not gone lower in price than yesterday, which is there. So this could be a nice swing day to take us up. In any case though, be mindful when you're trading it, because we're in between levels on the daily, right? So what to do now? Let's take a look. First of all, let's put up the Astro hours for today. All right, so here we are. Now I'll post this up on the members area and Discord as well. Okay, now today let's take a look at the price, right? So what's important for us is we understand we're going down, but it's going to be up and down, up and down. We're going to wave down. So a good level for us today is going to be 27 as well, which is 1822. So now I'm going to put 1822 on the cards for us. Okay, 1822. All right. So what we want to do, if the market goes up, we want to be sellers at Astro hours, right? We want to push it down, either the weekly or even the daily. Okay. The thing is this. Okay. Let me just come back here for a sec. Just give me a minute. Let's just check. All right, fair enough. Nothing there. All right, so what we want to do is basically play off the breakout here. Okay, so the market breaks structure here, pulls back up. You see, that's why they're selling, because it broke the support. So when it goes up, and it will go up to sell, okay, at one point, it'll kind of raise its head up, and at Astro hours, you'll want to push further down, okay, at the Astro hours. So you could do that, the daily pivot there, okay, or if it comes up back to the weekly, you could do that there as well. So no problem. Just let it come to you and don't chase the price. This 1843 is yesterday's price, so that's 27 there, and that's 1834 on the price. So 1834 is there. all right? So we also want to keep an eye on that, 1834, 1822. If I turn this into a 1 hour chart now, I should be able to give this purple range a bit of a shape, okay? That's the manipulation there on that, okay? And this is where the breakout for this begins there, okay? So what I want to do is keep it tight. We don't need to have a big range, but we need to make sure we get the PST levels in there and the price levels. So that's going to be that. Okay, so now we've got this level. So if the market pulls up, we want to push it down. Okay, and like I said yesterday, this is looking like a runner as well. Okay, so that's fine. This is why the weekly pivot yesterday was good to sell up here. Okay, so if it goes back up again, selling back down is a good idea. Do not sell at the lows. Okay, let's take a look at the euro dollar. Let's put the Astro hours onto this as well. Rightio. So here we are. Okay, and that's euro dollar as well. Now remember, yesterday we had these levels as well. We had the 51.0781. That's your 0781 yesterday in there, and I had this 0796 as well on here. Oh, this 5116 is today. Okay, so today it's 0781. Yesterday it was a different number. Okay, why? Because things change daily on the daily chart. All right, so if the market goes back up again, okay, into that zone, it's going to be that 0780 odd, okay, which is here. Now, this is a 5-minute chart. So what do we want to do? Let's get rid of this. In fact, you know what? Let's get rid of these. Okay. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. As you can see, we've got an impulse wave down. The trend is still up, okay, but we'd like this to be lower. Okay, this is a nice channel, and what we want to see is the market coming down further. So if it goes back up, your sell is going to be 46.57 or 51. 0781 46. 46 is already done. Okay, as you can see, if you're using the 80 AM strategy, 0746, it's already done here. Okay, and the other one was, what was that? 0781. 0781 right there. Okay, so if the market comes up, we'll be sellers here. You can sell here, it's not a problem. There's a bit of a sandwich zone. I'd do it with a smaller lot size, obviously at Astro hours. Okay, what works for currencies are going to be like pretty much in the afternoon is New York session as well. Okay, so that's that. These were yesterday. As you can see, if yesterday you bought at the weekly pivot at the Astro hour, you should have been okay. No dramas there. You know, you're buying here on the weekly pivot, putting a stop loss here all the way up there is already like 1 to 3 in an intraday trade is pretty good. And that's another Astro hour. So Astro hour, you just get out. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so on the daily as well, we want to see this push down, and then the market should come further down. All right, on the weekly, we've got these levels you can see. Okay, so pushing down is on the cards for us. And then what I can do on the daily, put something ahead of me, which is 34, 1.0630. So if I do break this weekly pivot, I can target at least 1.0630. Okay, it's a bit down there, as you can see, but it's not really a drama. We'll keep it on the cards. All right, and 1.0630 is actually quite logical. It's coming in there. In fact, we should go lower. Okay, so that 1.0630 is initially where we want to head towards here. So any push up, you can push down to sell at those levels in Astro hours. US 30, once again, look guys, I gave some prices in the Discord channel yesterday on Dow Jones, all right, if you're following it through. Why? Because I said I'm also looking at a few calculations, right? and I gave you these prices. Okay, remember the daily prices I'm working on. These are beta version. All right, I made an announcement on that the other day. Okay, but I said looking upwards towards 34,480, 34,500, that zone. So which were these lines here. Okay, these lines here, as you can see. All right, these are what I was looking at. So the market gets there. Obviously, this was not an astro hour, but this was an astro hour. But this was a technical level. All right. So understanding that we can sell. Look at that. It's on the price and it's on the blue line. This is, on the PST. Right, straight on. So we want to be selling from these levels, and you see how it sweeps above that, taking the stops out above the equal high and pushing down. So you want to sell it again, right? So when it goes up into your astro hours, you want to sell it off. So let's get rid of these first, and we can actually also now get rid of these, right? So let's get rid of these and see where we're at. Okay, so pushing down again to sell is not a bad idea. Put your astro hours in there, and as you can see, the technical levels work. This is why technical analysis and astrology is just like really good, because you anticipate where the price is going to be. Okay, and this is your astro zone. You know where you're buying. Okay, it's like pretty much a weekly pivot, and this is where the market took off. So this is your buy zone, right? There you go. And that's your stop outs there, cleaning the stops, which is fine. You could have also taken this level here. Why? Because the push started here, which broke that high. Okay, so the market coming back down is making sense. Okay, pushing up, retesting, going up at the astro hour. I mean, that is magic. As you can see, 1 to 3, 1 to 4 during the day. That's like amazing. So what to do today? If the market goes back up, we want to be selling again. All right, so this is a good reaction. Okay, so selling to push down is what we want to do. Now today, that 60 level there, 34,306. 34,306 is right there. Okay, so this zone for us will be like looking to sell that. Okay, we have to understand, if I put this onto a 1 hour chart, okay, with the Dow Jones, if you're looking at the market, it's sideways market. Okay, so this is nice and easy sideways, but you see how they took the stops out nice and easy, went above there. Okay, and that was a weekly level there. So they took the stops out. Now market comes down, pushing up to retest. Okay, so then it should break the low here. Okay, and then this should be our daily demand zone right there. Okay, as you can see, so we should get into this zone, and then this doing the sideways thing here, taking the stops out, pushing back, retesting, selling off. So we should break these lows to push further down. So if it pushes up, you want to sell further down. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. All right, so we'll see how that pans out. Obviously do it at astro hours. Okay, and that should be it, because this is kind of like a failed rally. Okay, it was failed rally after the news comes down. That's a retest. Any push up should give us a pull down, and we should break this level. Okay, and once we break this level, okay, we should break that as well and push into that zone. On the daily, okay, this is obviously the first support level, so no selling here at 33,934. 33,934, which is pretty much where the market is. Look at that precision. Okay, this is where the market is right now. This is today, by the way. Okay, this is an hourly chart. Turn this into a 15-minute chart. This is where the market stopped. Okay, so breaking below this is going to be important for us. And if you're using the 8 a.m. guide, you can always use the 1 hour chart. Okay, to retrace, watch the retrace, let it come up and then sell it off. If we're sellers, price and time, you can also check out on the 80 a.m. strategy. Okay, so let the market come up to a decent resistance level, like in the 60s or 70s, and then if it matches the Astro hour, just sell it down. Okay, it, like I said, it works really good for following trends as well in the 1 hour time frame. It's just like really good. So we want to push down and we want to get down into what price level? That price level there, 42, which is 33,543. 33,543. So this is going to be your kill zone. Okay, let's make this 45 here. So that's going to be your kill zone. So we should be breaking down. So any push up in New York would want to, like, you know, get us to push down, and we should have a disruption because we've got a bad boy aspect happening. So after 8 o'clock, that bad boy aspect is going to be ruling the sky. Okay, so disrupting the markets is going to be interesting. So be careful after the 750 time period I put there. Now this is Bitcoin. It's a 4-hour chart. Okay, as you know, with cryptocurrency, we only buy and hold. Okay, we've got room to come down. Okay, so obviously we're not buying here. The market should sizzle down. With Bitcoin, on the pullbacks, we want to go long. Okay, just like I talked about it before in the 15,000 range. So 15,000 range is good to buy. Once again, if it dips down, that 16, 17,000 is looking good. So in the 16, 17,000 range, if it pulls back, which it should have a bit of a pullback, okay, to fill in some gaps if it's going to go up healthy, right, then you can go long on this one, okay, as well. But like I said, we're only doing this as a buy and hold, and we're not trading this intraday, okay, and that's that.